3i/Atlas goes not an extraterrestrial nod to President Trump's golden age of America during its closest approach to Earth. The data says there are multiple plumes projecting from 3i/Atlas at strategic and aligned positions, suggesting multiple trapped ice pockets. The object will be seen from Earth in the coming days on this closest approach, but after this will most likely continue and begin departing from us again. That is, unless it is significantly impacted by Jupiter later on, now coming just within the window of its gravitational influence on that close approach. Wait, didn't NASA say they didn't have enough fuel to send Juno to observe 3i/Atlas? That's right, they plan to deorbit the space probe into Jupiter instead in late 2025, wasting the probe. So is it any question why NASA hides behind politics at this point? They have ruined their credibility with me. No wonder it took over a month for them to release the edited images from the Mars orbiter, and due to their incompetence they still lost the probe, with it going offline permanently mere moments after photographing 3i/Atlas. The images we eventually got seem to have been blatantly tampered with. They were the lowest quality images we have gotten, and when we did eventually get them, amateur astronomers were putting out way better pictures showing the plumes, even amateurs doing more than our space agency is. So why aren't they pointing our ground-based telescopes at it? And why the hell are they wasting another probe when the excuse was Juno didn't have the fuel to go to 3i/Atlas? But during its solar approach that changed, and 3i/Atlas is coming to Jupiter due to non-gravitational influence. This means Juno could photograph it, but NASA doesn't seem to want to, downplaying the idea of observing the object they can't explain even from the start, and they should just admit the public has an interest in 3i/Atlas since we fund them with our tax dollars. But people close to this story say they are more than likely liars at this point, and sadly what NASA says should be taken with a grain of salt. They are more interested in debunking than discovering, but unwilling to do the work. NASA has sucked since Apollo. They accomplished nothing and actually made a worse situation. Due to their hubris, we lost a vital arbiter for studying the atmosphere of Mars. This anomalous incident may be the reason we never find out why Mars lost its atmosphere to begin with. Or maybe there's something they don't want us to know. Many wouldn't want to be pointing fingers at NASA, including myself, but they have essentially ruined their public reputation with political mismanagement. It's a wonder they got us to the moon, but it's time to admit NASA doesn't work anymore. There's no point in it, and unfortunately it's becoming globally irrelevant, whole floundering on SLS, while the private sector is thankfully taking over for NASA in space flight. Within 10 years we will finally return to the moon and journey to Mars, and with little help from NASA, they'll be too busy deorbiting the International Space Station instead of adding thruster components and using it as an interplanetary installation. We should use what's in space already, so we should repurpose this, but they won't. We will have private-owned space stations by then, and you can rent a motel in space if you can afford it. We need things in orbit and destinations, not space stations that last 10 or 15 years. All of our equipment is already decades newer than the Russians. Anyways, that's my rant. Hit the bell for updates on 3i/Atlas close approach and share this with someone so we know. Once again, NASA is lying and sacrificing Juno instead of using it to observe 3i/Atlas on its closest approach to Jupiter. Probes are dead in the water and they are going to deorbit Juno. Something's wrong with NASA. This is anomalous energy signature detected as energy burst coincides with closest approach to Earth amid spike in signals within the hydrogen line range reportedly detected from this object. Thanks for watching. Alien or commit? Let me know in the comments down below.